Hello. Well, hello, mis cielitos, and welcome back. Coco and Moon are here, and we will be continuing Women of Zal. This is our second video in which we are playing the full game. We are doing this in order to celebrate the fact that Women of Zal 2 is picked back up. They do have a Kickstarter, which you can see down in the description. And it is a wonderful game, as you will see while we're playing. And if you'd like to support it, highly recommend. How you doing today, Moon?
I'm good. I just realized I forgot my food upstairs.
Oh, well, if you want to run and go get that, go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I was supposed to be doing something, like filling my tummy, and there's no food here.
Hello, Jonathan. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. For myself, this has been, quite the week. Oh, it looks like Moon's avatar fell asleep against me. But thankfully it's been getting a little better. Nothing in particular has happened, just one of those times when executive dysfunction is going hard. One thing I am excited about, a while back I had gone on the waitlist of a low poly VTuber creator. And there's someone I had been watching for a very long time. So when their waitlist opened up, I was very excited, but I wasn't home. I wasn't able to get on my desktop. So I tried putting myself on the waitlist via my phone, but the website on the phone was acting wonky, so I kind of gave up. And by the time I was able to get on a computer, it looked like the waitlist had closed, so I assumed that I hadn't gotten in, but apparently I had. They contacted me just a couple days ago, so hopefully I will be getting that soon. I think a low poly VTuber would fit me well, since I tend to do a lot of retro games, and their style is just very cute. Aw, thank you. That's something I'm looking forward to. They said they probably won't be able to start till like mid-February, but all good. It gives me time to pace out my payments. Aside from that, see. Oh yes, I saw Flow today. That was a very, very gorgeous movie. I hadn't even heard about it until my brother told me about it yesterday. So we watched it this morning, and it's if you have not heard of it, if you're not familiar with it, it is a movie in which there's no conversation, and it just follows a cat, bunch of animals. It's kind of hard to describe since it's just things happening. I wouldn't really say that there is a plot exactly, but it was very engaging. It's makes me curious to see if that studio has done anything else. Let me see, actually. It was completely rendered on Blender. Let's see. The director also did one called Away, which is also an animated movie. Let me look at this one. A teenage boy wakes up in the desert with his parachute dangling on a tree branch before a giant black monster appears from the dust and approaches him. Oh gosh, wait, no, this is like the entire synopsis. Well, I will definitely have to look that one up. Or get a good look at that one. It gave me very much the vibes, Flo gave me very much the vibes of the video game Stray. Though it was a lot less structured than Stray. As I said, I wouldn't really say it has much of a plot. But in terms of the animation and how well they captured the movements and the sound and the ticks of cats, it was similar. And Stray was a game I really enjoyed. I don't think I've ever played one quite like it. So it was definitely a new experience. And with my horrible sense of direction and sort of, what's the term? Spatial awareness. It was a little difficult for me, but it was still fun.
The kitty cat game is devastating.
Stray?
Yeah, do you know why?
I've played it.
Yeah, but do you know why? The kitty cat fall down. That's upsetting.
You get your yum?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to quickly figure out what to eat too, because I was like, oh my god, it's getting to that point where I have to eat now, because if I wait till after stream, I won't be able to eat, because if I do, then I won't be able to fall asleep.
Yeah. What do you got in the house?
I just grabbed a ramen cup, but it's Shin Black, which I don't really like all that much, but it's like, whatever, it's food, which I gotta put in my tummy.
I mean, that's fair.
I like the regular
season it
Shin.
differently. Yeah.
What about you? What do you got?
We picked up something from a burger joint on the way home. I got onion rings.
Have you seen Flo?
Mm-mm.
I would highly suggest it.
I hadn't heard it either. I hadn't heard of it either. I'm not like really up to date on much anymore.
What have you seen recently that you would suggest? Or that you've enjoyed?
That you haven't seen? That's a good question, because I was just about to say, I think every movie I've seen in the last couple of years is because of you or someone else. Sonic 2.
Oh, that was fun. I still need to see the third one, and I still want to see Wicked.
Rahatia's in that.
Yes. Like I already loved it because of the play, but now I really want to see it because of that. See how
Apparently
hard.
it's a two-parter.
Yeah, it is.
They're gonna release another film. I'm trying to think of anything else that I've seen. Sonic 3 is now on digital, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, I think, didn't Tori say they were gonna try and stream it at some point?
Yeah, but I think they're gonna have to wait until it comes to Paramount, because I don't think they have a Prime sub, and I guess that's where it went. I'm not positive.
Okay. How about folks in chat? Have you guys watched anything good recently?
I was just thinking about what I do watch normally. And since I watch a lot of food content, I'm also technically watching a lot of documentaries, basically. Because, like, just different places doing different things kind of vibe.
We still need to do our food tour at some point.
Many food. In every place.
Alright, let's
Also, we gotta get Hot Pot somewhere.
Yes. I mean, if you do that, oh, finally watched ReZero. I have yet to watch that myself, but I've heard good things about it.
Isn't that the one with the two girls that are really popular for figure making?
I don't know. I don't.
Okay. So, one's got pink hair, the other one's got blue hair. They both have, like, I don't know what to call it. It's not a bowl cut. It's like a bob. They're like maids. I think that they're from that.
I think I've mainly only seen the main character, and like I know the general plot, which I think I saw a very short review of it from Mother's Basement dude.
Yeah.
And what he described of it kind of caught my interest.
If it's the thing I'm thinking of, then yeah, you'd probably be interested in it. I think Scott's seen it. He watches a lot of anime though.
Man, what was the last anime that we watched? Unfortunately,
my brain refuses to tell me because it instantly went Queerat anime. I know that's not correct. Last anime I watched with you was a movie.
I think the last anime we watched together, like movie-wise, was Ino-Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I love that movie.
Very queer, very interesting.
We still need a
very upsetting film.
Show Scoot the much more lighthearted one by the same studio. Walk on Girl, The Night Is Long.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was by the same studio, huh?
I
thought he watched that with us.
I watched it with you, but not with Scoot.
Okay.
And that was the movie that I wanted to show you guys when we got together and we were going to, go to the bar and bring some drinks to the hotel because it would have been perfect.
Yeah. It was still a good day though.
Oh yeah. All right. Let us get to the game.
You must stream to me.
Yeah, just over.
You know what the moment was that I realized I was gonna have a really fucked up time with the from the New World fucking anime was when they name dropped Panasonic or whatever. You remember that part?
No.
When the first little knowledge storing guy shows up, and the kids are like, "Oh, we gotta catch it."
Yes.
Yeah.
The library.
They it's either they name dropped Pioneer or Panasonic, and I can't fucking remember which one. But it was based like off of like one of those disk spaces, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, no, you can't fucking do this shit to me. Hang on, let me finish stuffing my face full of onion ring, and I will read her line. Eats Naxia onion rings and makes her talk with her mouth full. No,
Strange
she's too
Earth
classy of
food.
a lady. Strange Earth food, that's delicious. Alright. Turn this down just a smidgen. Go. Was she not stabbed in Ramastra? Surely they could have taken care of her there and not have her wait to arrive here for treatment.
Velvet lay on her back in the infirmary bed farthest from the group of visitors. She didn't appear to be conscious. It was surely not ideal, my lady. Unfortunately, Ramastra is UFO territory.
Was I? Yeah, I was Dr. Joy, I believe. Wait, no, I wasn't.
I think you were,
Maybe?
because...
Yeah, that's right. They were having a guy fight in the in the fucking dining room. That's right. Because I was being nasty to myself. Yes, I fear few Ramastran doctors would have dared to aid someone attacked by the daughter of their matriarch, even if the victim was a second matriarch's apprentice. It might have been painful for her, but it's better she came back here right away rather than a chance being outright spurned from a hospital. I managed to eliminate any risk of an infection caused by the Zala and Lady Mana's knife. Sorry, my body just decided it wanted to sneeze, but I managed to quell it. And Velvet's wound should no longer bleed freely. But as for regrowing her left eye, I'm afraid she will have to exert her own Zala to do that.
Wait, why can't you just use your Zala to regrow her eyes? Not your job. Knives that sharp are unmistakably human-made. How did she come across one?
Ooh, I like that part. It's likely her mother has access to Earth's metals, or perhaps even knows a human willing to provide her with an arsenal of them. Matriarchs make it their business to be involved in politics, and humans, along with their distinctive weaponry, are seen as highly effective political tools.
Yeah, yes. Very good for diplomacy.
Yeah, very, Yee.
No surprise to see them use that weaponry, then.
Also, I just want to say my meme real quick before I forget it. Damn, this doctor looking GNC as fuck. I had been afraid violence was an inevitability, but so soon and so severe. Still, I will do my best to help you all along your paths. I'd urge you all to be careful, but no one here ever follows that advice. No one. We'll let you tend to Velvet, then. Please, pardon us. There's something I need to talk to Xuna about.
Joy nodded and left for Velvet's bedside. Then I shall take my leave of you as well, my ladies. With a brief nod of her head, Liz left the office so you two could talk in private.
My apologies. I didn't have the heart to let Dr. Joy know I'm flouting his concern just as badly. Still, what were you two doing in Ramastra?
Velvet thought that there might be a lead explaining why her home island, Nojuk, has been cursed with everlasting rain.
I'm chomping as fast as I can. Rain? That's a type of weather condition in the human universe, yes? But wait! Why would such weather exist here? In Zal?
That's what Velvet wanted to investigate, but Mana prevented us from getting there.
Fascinating. Please, tell me more about it if you can.
Well... Velvet was deeply invested in this mystery after hearing someone trespass into Nojuk Onozragis. She's probably aware it's a thin thread to follow, but nonetheless, she persisted.
Someone riding a Zagreus of all things, to an island with everlasting rain. Even I would be tempted to look into it, were I not burdened with my task in the garden.
Noxia looked back over at Velvet. Joy was holding his hand over her head, the glow of blue Zala emitting from his palm.
Still, no matter how tenuous the thread, it may be worth following to see what comes our way. Farewell for now, then. And take care as well, Dr. Joy.
She nodded to him and didn't wait for anyone to respond to her before she left. He looked back at Velvet. Is there anything I can do? Anything at all? Stay by Velvet's side, head to your room to sleep. Go train with Xada immediately.
Good question.
Stay by Velvet's side?
Yeah, I would think so.
Once you were standing next to Velvet's bed, you grabbed a nearby chair and sat down next to her. You waited and waited for her to wake, but eventually you found yourself drifting off as well. You dreamed of the fight with Mana again and again and again. Even worse was that in half the dreams, you found ways to stop Velvet from being stabbed. You woke from one such dream to someone shaking you. Whoop. Mute yourself, please. Queen here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had that far enough away.
Lady Jenna.
Oh, I can do it. Okay. Lady Jenna, it's the morning. I was just on my way out to fetch Lady Velvet some food. Would you like me to fetch you some as well?
Yes, please.
He's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll be returning shortly.
Looking up, you saw that Velvet was awake. Hey.
It's bad, huh?
At least you make the eye patch look good. Well, it's not like it looks horrible. Want to go kick her ass?
At least you make the eye patch look good. At least that's one silver lining. Why is Zal so screwed up, Jenna? It feels like I'm being punished for trying to do the right thing. Sorry, I think I need more time to myself.
I understand. I'll be around if you need me.
Thank you for dropping by.
Of course. You stood up from the chair, giving Velvet a parting sympathetic glance before leaving the room.
Ah, hello.
Yo?
Yeah, sure, why not? I hope you're doing well, my lady.
Yeah, a bit tired, but that's not new.
I'm afraid not. If it ever becomes a concern for you, do know that my office is always open. Well then, I'll leave you to your work.
Huh. I can't believe I have so much time left before bed. Almost as if the universe wanted to punish the optimism, you felt the overwhelming urge to sleep.
Suffering.
It's fine, Jenna. You've done plenty enough already.
Who are you talking to?
You spun around to face the source of the voice.
I don't remember doing her voice, by the way. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
sure
it
what
was
to.
me.
Yeah. As you can see, myself. No, don't click that. Uh, I don't know. Grandma hype. Yes, the dangerous, scary grandma hype.
Lucia chuckled. Knew who I was on sight, did you? Somehow. Walk with me. With her eyes remaining shut, Vicia took hold of your arm and interlocked it with her own, guiding you toward your bedroom. Any thoughts of protest went out the window when you felt your fatigue lessen once she touched you. I can sense that you are a bit out of sorts, Yenna. Don't worry. We'll head straight to your room, then I'll be on my way. Ooh, pretty background. For the clouds. After all, there's much to do in the city, even for veterans. Will you be in Zanaska long? Oh yes, I do live here in this castle alongside the rest of you. You live here? But you could commission an entire island to be built for you to live in. I am fully aware. If I may ask. You may. You could have anything you want. You outrank even Lady Xuna. So, what keeps you here? A question asked of me often. More often than one could imagine. And I suppose the simplest answer is that I care for Xuna. As long as I can, I would very much like to watch over her. How long have you known her? Since she was a child. Was she the same back then? Far from it. Reckless, impulsive, and above all, quite the temper. So imagine my surprise when she was willing to cast all that aside to approach me for training. She really was different. Quite. Granted, the girl was already experienced in combat, but her technique needed refinement, and I'm always happy to teach the young how to protect themselves. Your walking slowed. Even now, you can still teach people how to fight. Should I be afraid of you? The two of you stopped in front of your door. I believe this is your room. How did you know when to stop? You slowed down and your Zala shifted ever so slightly. Vicia smiled and started walking onwards. Find me in the garden whenever you wish to chat. I do so love company. We'll let it go.
Yeah.
Even with the gray gone, your fatigue still felt far more bearable than it did moments prior. The gray matriarch here as well. By the cycle, this place gets stranger. I like how she avoided our question.
Yeah, for real.
You wasted no time getting into sleep clothes and clocking out for the remainder of the sleep cycle.
You have another letter.
Did you read it?
I did. Another independent journalist wishes to interview you.
I see. Is it about my incident in Rama?
Yes, it seems you just can't get away from that cave, can you?
No, but it's her right to ask. All the same, I will decline.
I understand. We'll let this Nin Kij know how you rejected her offer.
Nin Hij, you say? A quaint name.
Reminds me of the names of old, like Nor and Oria Zablanc.
I thought the very same. You had another dream, but this time it was about frogs hopping from rainbow cloud to rainbow cloud. The logic was non-existent, but it was still a marvel to behold. The frogs are turning gay.
The frogs are turning gay. They're turning everyone else gay, apparently.
You opened your eyes, the urge to go back to sleep far, far away. Frogs, Jenna? Still, why can't every cycle begin with this much energy? It's sleep cycle, you heathen.
Why have a fight about this? It was initially and is officially called a microcycle, you uncultured swine.
Stepladder versus ladder.
Yeah.
You got out of bed and cracked open your door. Yo, I was just telling this nerd here that the term microcycle was a setback for science.
She probably heard you trying to push society back a thousand years with your sleep cycle nonsense.
It's called Sleepy by Time, undignified asshole.
Yes! Perfect.
That name sucks.
My, did we wake you up?
No, but the argument is incredibly silly with when minor cycle exists.
It says Sleepy Cycle 6 on there.
Amazing. So it's Sleepy by Time, change my mind. Nah, I'm good. Oh, I should actually bounce. I'll leave you to your sinful ways for now, Clanice.
And I shall take my leave of you and your misguided path.
Sure thing. Just get dressed first. I'll wait. So, what did you want to talk about? The two of you started walking towards the lobby. How are you doing, Xe? I'm good. Nothing changed since we last talked about my little situation. Well, at least it's not worse. And it can always get worse.
Don't we fucking know it? God.
But it ain't this cycle, so take that, life. Maybe don't provoke it, though. Nah, gonna do that if it gets you laughing all cute like that. Come on, catching me off guard is cheating. Sorry, legally obligated to. The two of you kept the lively conversation going until the lobby was in sight. We're gonna be splitting from here, alright? I gotta be somewhere. Alright, see you later. Yep. When you reached the castle lobby, you saw a familiar face approach you.
Why, hello there. I hope your experience here isn't proving to be too daunting.
I think I'm getting the hang of it. It is, I'm dying. Please offer a checkup. And what about yours?
Definitely not flirting with Xuna's favorite squeeze.
I mean,
I had to think of something more polite than boy toy.
I don't know. She might not mind.
I mean,
She might be alright with sharing.
But you know, we should bag her first before going after Joy. that's my opinion. And what about yours? Oh, don't you worry about me. I'm here by choice.
The condition branch hell? Oh boy.
The condition branch hell? Pardon?
He turned to leave.
Until next we meet.
I'm curious about her stats. Okay.
Not doing too bad. Our pragmatism is suffering.
Do we want to grab him?
No.
Too late.
Oh. Why, yes, I have a date to get to, and I shouldn't keep her waiting.
Aw.
Oh. Until next time, Lady Xuna.
With that brief conversation out of the way, you walked through the lobby and entered the dining room. When you arrived, it was immediately clear you had just stepped into the middle of a conversation with the rest of the apprentices.
Damn it, of course it's me talking first. Fuck. Hard to believe. One of you will become ruler of this island. Are we not to include you in that?
You walk towards the nearest empty seat.
My eyes are on a different prize. One I must find. Well, several in this case. See, I'm the primary detective seeking the whereabouts of the recently missing children. Wait, are you suggesting you're in charge of such a high-profile case? How have you not been... And how have you not entertained humble bragging by this point? I mean, different strokes there. The failures that drove me to investigate a woman's garden is nothing to be proud of. It tells the sky nothing but how desperate I've become. So consider me a non-issue. I'm only here on a hunch.
Oh, do share with the class, less competition for me, stay silent.
Oh, I couldn't bother you about it. Not here. Maybe later.
But now that you have the whole table curious, I'm fully aware of the missing children's case, so I'd love to know what exactly led you here.
At this very moment? Just as well. I'm used to hearing stories with depressing endings. Goddamn.
you can take a break and eat some of your food.
Well, it was just, I was like, damn, Clint, you really had to chime in right now. You know, Velvet, if you just tell us what happened with you and your attacker, we might be inclined to help.
Your choice got you a +1 Artemis, so yay! Also, the conditioning branch tells just how much programming went in to make sure your choices are referenced in giving new branches. Yeah, I can only imagine.
You did what everybody wanted Mass Effect to do. I did read this line. How? Does the Zamori name carry any weight here in the north? Because if it doesn't, there's nothing you can do.
Oliver popped his head out from the kitchen.
You ain't ready yet.
Culver pulled his head back into the kitchen just as quickly as he had appeared.
Perhaps the briefest conversation I've been a part of, but I blame him. Still, perhaps we could all use some fresh air? Not much use staying here and bringing the mood down, yes? Whatever.
Velvet began getting out of her seat.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as there's nothing to really do in the meantime. Definitely count me in.
I would assume we're going out to talk, but that might be my misinterpretation.
Yeah. I'm just like wondering. Since... might as well.
Many of us did, but I suppose it is what it is.
Everyone was up, and within moments you all headed off towards the entrance of the castle. First time actually walking on this bridge. Seemed smaller from the airship.
Ooh, nice music.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the perspective, an entire world could feel insignificant on a ship. Yeah, so though it's a shame we've yet to discover what lies at the bottom of our sky. To travel the undersky, how tantalizing a thought. If it's anything like our ocean, ugh.
Interested in the unknown, I see.
Of course! Reservations I may have on it, my mother does rub off on me in some ways.
Reservations? Any guesses what lie outside of Zal proper?
I'm more interested in the second one. Who's to say? Perhaps monsters, aliens, or maybe an entirely different world? But knowing scientific luck, it's most likely something plentiful in its mundaneness. My mother believes, at most, that there's potentially an infinite amount of resources to be discovered, but I have no guesses worth the weight of air they'd occupy. Better to ask a proper scientist, I suppose.
The group fell silent. Well, getting some air was nice, but I sort of want to go back inside to eat. Sounds good. I'm getting kind of tired anyways. You all walked back inside the castle and were greeted to a finished dinner. The meal was delicious and uneventful. Actually, I should meet more of the staff. I'll work on that after I get some sleep. Well, perfect cycle to at least see if I can meet anyone new or discover a new part of the castle. You changed into your work clothes and left to start your day. I know for a fact there's a part of the castle I haven't visited at all. I should head there now, just so I know what's there in the future.
Brothel time. We haven't seen Laudna yet, right?
No, this is the first time.
Okay.
If I cared about your feelings on the matter, I wouldn't be here now, would I?
Please, my lady, you're far too young.
And nothing is out of reach for a member of the Zufo family. Or do you plan on explaining your insolence to my mother?
You're a long way from Muramastra.
Of course. I heard this island stocks some of the best. So tell this oversized peasant that he's putting his life on the line defying me. Men seem slow to understand here in Zanaska. Now let's have none of that. Where's the rest of your family, young one? It's dangerous for Zufo to stray so far from home. Go back to your coffin. Your museum is on another island. This involves me and the mail. And you've come so far from your nest. Shame then would it be for your journey to end in embarrassment. What's that supposed to mean, you old crone? You wish to be a man of this castle? Surely it is your legal right to take advantage of your social station. But do be mindful. Even with vows of silence, rumors can spread. And what tales do you imagine would be born from a hatchling's time here with those who are quite seasoned?
Londa pushed past you and Vicia as she hurried away. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, Lady Vicia. Vicia looked back toward the way Londa had left.
All that power, and she doesn't know what to do with it.
Please be careful. I think you just made enemies with Zufo. It's wasted on a brat like that. You should have let her do what she wanted.
Hmm.
This feels like a
like that.
yeah, like this feels like a process of elimination. Obviously not the bottom one. I think she
Yeah.
knows what she's doing, so we don't have
Yeah,
to
she
worry
knows
about
what she's
her.
doing.
But she seems to
Yeah.
think that that Londa has some potential, but yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hello, Bellhound. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming.
Hello.
Oh, Londa. I remember last time you telling us how fandom at large felt about her.
I don't remember the fandom's opinion. My opinion is like, Jesus.
I mean, pretty much.
hmm
Only time will tell. As long as she draws breath, that could very well change. Oh, only time will tell. As long as she draws breath, that could very well change. Roxas, I doubt you'll be seeing the last of that child.
I agree, my lady. I'll try to think of something before then.
Vissy nodded and turned to leave.
That girl is one of many reasons I'm going to push for change. Are you all right?
Hmm.
I like both of these. So now,
Yeah, me too.
That's
I would ask if
a
he's
rare
all right.
occasion. That's a rare occasion
Yeah.
when it's like I like all the options.
Yeah.
I am. The young lady didn't do anything.
Fortunately, what will you do now?
Look, we understand, like, at least the people who have played this one should be able to understand that you gotta have some nasty mofos. Like, this is a political VN. It, like, in a lot of ways, so it's like, how can you go into a political VN and be like, ooh, this character's problematic? Like, hello? Women of Zol?
Well, I'd just like to take the whole day off and sweep this whole nasty business out of memory. But that's not how it works. Not for us. So, I'm going to take a moment to collect myself and finish my shift.
Jeez.
Worry not, Lady Jenna. Just a day in the life, you know?
Worrying intensifies. Yeah, actually.
Oh, you're a burst of fresh air. I hope to see you soon, my lady. Until next we meet.
This world can really suck sometimes.
Oh, hey. You.
Missed ya.
Hey, bestie.
Oh, damn it. What do you want now?
You're Zala. You're able to communicate with it far more than I anticipated. How?
Just fuck off. Yeah, that's not for you to know. I like your braids. They look just
Perfect on a better person.
That's just so tempting. It's just so tempting. I love it. Oh, amazing. Bastard. Tell me what the hell is up with you. Oh. Ayo? Ayo, we've got a possessed game. Ayo? Yeah, alright. Damn. Scary.
I was trying to see if it said anything backwards, but no.
Yeah, me too, though. No.
Your eyes tore open. The fuck kind of dream was that? Why am I crying?
Probably seer nonsense.
There Liz was, calmly sitting a few feet away to your right, while you wiped your eyes in confusion.
Why are you in my room?
Why am I in my room?
You fell asleep standing up again. I assume that's what happened when we first met.
Damn it. Sometimes I really do wonder if I'm in a long dream. Well, thank you for bringing me here.
it's no trouble, my lady. Though tell me, what could you possibly be so forcefully dreaming about that it renders you unconscious while standing up? I've never met a seer who did that before. I don't remember my dreams lately. I'd rather not talk about it. You know other seers.
You know other seers? That's the question.
Yes, but I'm afraid I couldn't bring myself to tell you who.
It's fine. Finding the woman who's messing with my visions is my prime priority anyways.
Hold on. How do you know a woman is responsible for your current situation?
Because the last dream I had relating to my foresight was a woman named Mara telling me I couldn't easily use it anymore. And if I find her, I'm going to absolutely find a way to reverse that damn spell. What use is suffering as a seer if I can't even see what happens? Sorry, I guess I needed to vent and didn't know it.
No, I get it. I hope you find this Mara and put a quick end to her spell.
Same. But how long have you known I was a seer?
When we first met. Your mother dodged my question like a seasoned pro, and she didn't seem perturbed over your state either. Standard signs of a mother who knows her daughter is a seer to me.
Damn it. Alright. I'll see about fixing that when I see my mother again. If someone else had found out the way you did.
I know. There's a lot for you to think about, and you look like you could use a bit more sleep. I'll give you some space.
I appreciate it. Goodbye, Liz. It's all so damn confusing. If Mara wants to make my life hell so badly, why did she only take my foresight? Why not my ability to see what's happening elsewhere in real time? How could I even go about dealing with Mara anyways? She's on that high-level arcane shit that I know nothing about. But maybe someone or someplace with knowledge on obscure magic could give me a lead. And if there was ever a time and place to learn how to fight back, it'd be here, during my stay in Xanaska. Oh. I'm sorry to interrupt, Lady Jenna. I was told you wanted my recent news articles on unknown magic.
Vladimir, you have perfect timing. Perfect. Please leave it on my desk. Why is your hair still fucked up? Thank you. Hey, Balmer, hang in there.
Holy fucking shit.
You carefully place your news articles on your desk. You're welcome, my lady.
He gave a careful nod, departing himself, and left.
Now, let's see what kind of nonsense has been happening in Zal.
You've been in that office for a while now. Is there anything I can help with?
Give me a moment, and I might be able to get back to you with a question.
I understand. Until then.
Naxia turned to leave. Actually, Naxia, what do you know about arcane magic?
Not much. There are so few families that pass down magic from ancient times. I was never a fan of the rituals involved. They always seemed arbitrary in their implementation. Definitely a field I'd rather wait for science to properly dissect. Is that what you've been researching?
More or less. I'm looking for something, and with this stuff covering teleportation, gravity, the supernatural, and even reviving someone, I figured if the answer is anywhere, it's in the arcane.
Wait, revival?
Yeah, but the cost of activating the spell and the whole positioning thing makes it useless to me. Do you...
It wouldn't hurt to take a look, I suppose.
You handed Noxia the articles and paper you'd received on the topic.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your research. May fortune be on your side.
Now, if I can just find a spell that relates to inhibiting others.
Oh, right. This guy, the guy, this lady.
So not only are you a doctor, but the women here actually treat you with due respect.
Why, yes, Miss Tenay.
That's incredibly progressive for a brothel. You're new. Are you a customer? Oh no. No. I'm just checking out the place, seeing what's what and all that. Please, call me Tenay. Oh, Tenay, are you staying at this castle for a while, or...? Couldn't do that. I prefer not to make camp in places held up by evil practices. Yeah, I'm on your side when it comes to the wrongs of this world. It's so much more complicated than that. Of course, you're just flirting with the doctors therein.
Blast her. I don't feel right about any of these. Because, like...
I mean, well, we're acting a bit with some foreknowledge.
Yeah. It's... I just don't know who Tenay is, and it's like, what does she mean by evil? You know?
I mean, if I recall correctly, she was, you know, against the mistreatment of men, but she kind of had some aggressive methods. Let's say that.
Oh, okay. Let's go with your choice.
Oh, gonna change the world from the inside, are you? Play it fair, and maybe in a few years have the clout to challenge a single law. And hey, just as well reap the benefits of apprentice matriarch in the process. Please. Even if you mean well, it's of no consequence in this climate. There's only one way to fix such a broken system, and that's to tear it down. Well, that's just me talking shit. What are the odds I can change anything? Right, I think you need to go. Nate gives a flippant bow of compliance as she walked away.
That only ranks as the 10th most unfortunate thing I've witnessed this week.
Damn.
Yeah. Yes, my mother said she could not import laptops for us, but we will be able to each get phones. Something about this conversation made me feel like I was talking as a teen girl. She will be helping with the installation process, since the limited internet can be quite tricky.
Trying my best to make sense of the second language you just spoke to me.
Don't you fret, you'll understand sooner than you think. After all, most of human knowledge will soon be at our fingertips.
For free? I feel all of these
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, the eternal mood of, oh god, we have the internet.
And oh god, we have the internet.
And, oh god, yes, we have the internet. Fuck. I don't know.
You pick this one.
Oh, Dodge, I thought I was free from it. You can't hide from change, you can only brace for it. It was more that I got suckered into some fucking bullshit on the internet. Are you two ready to upload selfies for the world to see?
At least you got to flaunt how attractive you are on both canvases. Nice. Marexa, you're going to show the world how beautiful you are, right? Well, time for me to seduce most of the human population all over again. What a time to be alive.
I feel like we get like 2 flirting and then 1 where we're super into ourselves has got to do something, right? Do we need confidence or anything?
I mean, our confidence was a little lagging behind.
Let's do the section of the human population again. That's about as much confidence as one would expect from you, Xena.
Hard not to be. Humans think we're all supermodels. It's weird, it's wild, but I'm not gonna fight them over it. Truly? How odd. I always thought such praise on beauty was reserved for people like General Zavula or that grey Yexa. Well, to be fair to humans, all of them look hot too, so...
Damn. The deities played a cruel joke on us when they made us inclined to the opposing species.
You, Culver wants to make sure you're eating enough. And you sent the cutest, he knows what he's doing, I am. Tell him not to worry, fuck, he's cute when he's worried. Tell him I said thanks and I'm fine. Tell that troublemaker to bother someone else.
Tell him not to worry.
Let me check something real quick, because Artemis is one that I think we need to go through to
Oh, okay.
get the... So I don't know how... I don't think we've... I think he's... Yeah, it says he's the most complicated. Okay, yeah, we're not able to do his stuff, so... We'll have to do that next run. Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm getting characters confused. Will do, my lady. And what can I do for you?
Well, and forgive me if I seem out of line, but I overheard from Lady Xuna's office that some of the Zufos are scheduled to pay Zanaska a visit.
Ah, shit.
They won't be over right away, but rather in a few minor cycles.
Thank you, spy friend. Yeah, alright, Zobi. Appreciate it, but never eavesdrop on me. I'll take it far less favorably if I find out.
I don't think we want to threaten Zobi.
No.
Nope, not a problem, my lady. I shall leave you to your work. Farewell, Lady Xuna.
You heard footsteps approach your door just as soon as Zobi had left. May I come in? Ah, there you are. Please do. Here are the papers you requested regarding the research that went into Nojok, Lady Xuna. This one?
Yeah.
It's not your fault I'm in charge of such deliveries. He softly placed the papers on your desk and turned to leave. Until next we meet, Lady Xuna. Why is your hair still fucked up?
Yeah, it never gets old thinking about that. Why is your hair still fucked up?
Yes, Proxus? Hello, Lady Xuna. I'm here to give you the cycle's magical news. My thanks. Headed over there is the magical news that you're feeling fantastic this cycle is Volamur well.
Yeah, Valamur will?
He set your newest batch of articles on your desk and backed away. Happy to inform you that he is fine, and just a bit preoccupied helping Lady Xuna with some matters. What they are is beyond me.
Tell him I'm still rooting for him.
I shall, my lady. Farewell, Lady Xuna.
Now let's see what we've got here. You picked up the fresh batch of articles and gave them a glance. Huh. The Zala transferring articles seems interesting. Ah, shit, never mind. That's a permanent loss to half your Zala. Seems kind of useless. On to the next article. One of these is bound to get me closer to Mara.
I'm coming in. Hey, how are things?
Oh, you know, officey.
What's
But-
going on? Oh, whoops. I thought it was Velvet, sorry.
But what's going on? It's rare to see you down my part of the castle.
Just thought I'd let you know that I'm going to try visiting Nojik again.
So soon?
Yeah, and I know Lady Xuna always forces you to come with me when I go out alone, but please stay here when I do leave. I'm aware it's dangerous, but I don't want to be responsible for your death, you know?
I appreciate the sentiment, but will you be alright? Hey, we're in this together now, I'm coming with you. You know, something that feels like you have a death wish. I knew I should have asked you out beforehand. I can't remember if we accompanied her last time. I feel like we just had a dream about what was going on there.
Yeah, I think we only had a dream. Hey,
Though
we're in
I
this
also-
together now?
Like, it's strange because I feel like it was a dream, but I feel we would have gone with the dangerous option considering what we were doing.
Yeah. No, you know what? I think it was because, you know, the game wasn't fully out yet, so I think we weren't allowed to, like, accompany her. Unless you're planning on following my every move and fighting with me the entire way there, no chance. Thank you, though. Really.
Hey. It's alright. I know you must have had a lot to think about when you made your decision. Stay safe.
I will. Do the same.
Now, which article should I look into next?
That is why it is important you apprentices keep your distance from the Zufo family. If you must correspond with any of them, do all that you reasonably can to ensure civility. You all represent the goodwill of Zanaska, just as they represent Ramastra. A shame they ended up needing to pick up their fool child.
Londa must be feeling the humiliation right about now.
Well,
I guess no one likes her. We should continue the conversation elsewhere. Why hasn't Londa left Zanaska yet?
hey, Justin.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming.
Yeah. Before Londa could leave, one of her mother's Dragoon riders came and told her she was to remain here until her family came to retrieve her. Dragoons are terrifyingly fast. Yes, up to 3 times the speed of commercial flights. Methinks Mother Zufo may have been a bit miffed about Londa's little venture. Speculate another time. There's work to be done here. Treat the young apprentice well, and she will leave without incident. That is all. You're dismissed. Speak.
When Whenever you have free time, could we perhaps talk? Are you any closer to deciding who the next matriarch will be? What will you do after you step down from being matriarch? What happens to Volmar was wrong. I'm going to make sure it's corrected. Okay, so... I don't know, I think the top one, if we're aiming for her route.
Yeah.
I don't know, she might be like, what the fuck, why? He's so hard to read.
You may have my time. I must prepare for the Zamoris and the Zufos, but once I finish with that business, I will call you up here.
I will absolutely take that. Thank you, my lady.
Goodbye, child.
Yep, I'm leaving. You left the office, deciding to grab a bite to eat before doing anything else.
Little wonder I've never heard of such an enchantation? Or incantation, probably. I agree. The costs of reviving yourself are egregious. Most certainly the rest of the spell being poorly researched.
Is it any better than the Zala transferring spell?
I've been deep in the arcane text as of late. Is something the matter?
There will be if I can't find any answers. I'll be taking a break from the research for now, though. I've got other things to do.
We did it! We got the Xuna route unlocked!
Yay!
Yay! Wait, what does the Zala transfer do?
Half your Zala can be instantly transferred to another host. However, it's permanent, easily knocking away half your lifespan in the process.
Why would anyone concoct such a spell? Seems a bit useless to me.
If you're willing to sacrifice yourself.
Mm-hmm. Like the revival nonsense. Jenna, did you know that spell works, but you need to carve Viennite in your hand in the form of a symbol?
Sounds fake. Continue.
Oh, but it gets far better. You see, near the moment of your death, the latent spell activates, and sure enough, you revive, with a little fanfare, but you do awaken from death's door. However, the host is plagued with nightmares upon nightmares for cycles on end, and you become a weak mess for cycles long after. It's a neat trick for civilians, but in our line of work, where we'd just as likely be killed a second time moments later, I personally wouldn't bother. But why Viennite? Who knows, but I'd wager it has something to do with it preventing others from performing the ritual.
Pardon?
Oh, right. Yes, once the spell concludes, it no longer works for anyone within 1,000,000 miles of the host that utilized it. What? Not for 20 years, at least. Sounds like a radioactive spell.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Those limitations are bullshit.
Yes, the cost of magic without the science to understand it. Still, good find, Jenna.
The two women started walking past you.
Who knows, maybe such a thing could serve you well.
But Viennite really hurts if you let it linger like that. Who knows how it'll affect my energy levels going forward. But it's a free revive, I should do it. No, I like knowing I'll have at least a few hours a day to do things.
Yeah, the second one.
Alright, it's decided. Time to move on. You ate a late meal and decided to sleep the rest of the cycle away.
Thank you. I'll take it from here.
Alright, your dragoon will wait for roughly 20 hours. After that, it will return to Kaleo Island.
Understood. I should return here before then.
The guard nodded. May you find what you're looking for here. The guard got on her own dragoon and left the half-heartedly waving Velvet. It wasn't long before she flew out of range of Velvet's voice.
Alright, let's finally get some answers.
Oh, Volmir, what a good timing.
Oh, hello, Proxus. What can I do you for?
Oh, his hair's all fixed up now. It's not fucked up no more.
Have you seen Lady Velvet? I wanted to wish her safe travels before she left.
Oh? Do I detect an interest in Our Lady?
Perhaps. She's extremely kind-hearted and mean-wells. A man couldn't ask for more.
Well, I'm sorry to say that Lady Velvet has already left for Nerjuk.
Oh, bugger. What was her hurry?
I still hear the rain? She's seeking answers about her past.
Did she perchance tell you why?
No, but... Valmir looked out the nearest window. I wouldn't want to understand the reasons things happen to us. Velvet was walking along the street, not caring about the rain leaving her drenched. This has never happened before. Why is a single dream able to switch between locations? Velvet sighed as she stopped under an abandoned store's roof and looked around.
30 minutes is nothing. I shouldn't have hoped that answers would come quick. Am I hearing things? What?
The boy was a notable distance from Velvet, but he was there, looking back at her in front of several giant pillars.
Come, we mustn't stay here for long.
The boy looked in the direction of the voice, past the pillars and out of view for Velvet.
No, wait! Please, wait!
I'm getting tired of waiting, Vincent. Like, I get it. Boss doesn't want to strike, but it has been so long now that we're over-prepared.
Hey, she says this stage of the plan will end soon. I don't need to tell you that without her. We don't have a shot at carrying out our mission. I don't want to lose you to this fight, alright? So let's keep listening to her. She knows way more about how to go about this than any of us ever will.
All right, I guess I'm in.
I'm just sick of justice being more patience than action.
That was Tanae. What the...
Oh.
The young boy was a few yards between two women holding umbrellas, the furthest one standing next to what could only be described as a wondrous beast you recognized as a Zragus. Hello, Marco. Welcome to the street. Thank you for coming.
Hi. Something on your mind, Margaret?
Margaret merely nudged her head to indicate the surroundings behind her, bringing everyone else's attention to the pillar Velvet was hiding behind.
What's going on here? What did you do to him? Is he one of those missing kids people are talking about? Who wants to know? Velvet Kuroi. Kuriox. Princess Matriarch of Zanaska. This one's on our side, Margaret.
Then I won't land a finishing blow.
Margaret tossed her umbrella away and turned her attention entirely on Velvet. Ooh.
Your eyes flew open, your memories of the vision fully intact. Chit. Oh, but I remember this dream. Getting the hell out of that.
Uh-oh. Yeah, same.
What the hell was all of that? I need to bring this up with Lady Xuna. Damn it, I can't. She'd figure out I was a seer instantly. Something ought to be done. Tell Xuna what happened. Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let's do this. You got out of bed, got dressed, and braced yourself for the cycle ahead.
Despite knowing that I would surely learn of your visions, you told me anyway. I can't imagine the kind of courage it took for you to come forth with this information.
I've done smarter things. Can you do anything about the people in I saw no joke? I'll have faith you'll do right. Is my secret safe?
You do anything about the people I saw in Nojuk, I would think. No, not directly, but I know someone who can. Did you perchance cross paths with General Zula Lumenhire when she paid the castle a visit?
No, I haven't.
To start, she isn't a fan of mine. Past deeds saw to it that the bridge burnt between us could never be repaired.
She turned around to look out the window.
Nevertheless, she is the one we need to bring here if answers are to ever come swiftly. We'll send a dragoon rider to deliver the message to her.
She's a General Zal, though. How can you be so sure she'll respond favorably?
Zula wears her convictions on her shoulders. She'll find her way here.
Understood. I was supposed to leave a few seconds ago, wasn't I?
Farewell, child.
He turned around and headed towards the door.
Jenna.
You stopped and turned around. Xuna had her head turned to face you yet again. Yes?
My time opens up not too far from this cycle. Come by then, if you so choose.
Understood. I will absolutely do so. Xuna nodded and looked back towards the window. After leaving the office, you took a moment to make sure you still had the energy for the rest of the day, and as luck would have it, you did. Good, I can try and get more things done. Let's go train. Man, this is gonna suck.
You came back for more, huh? Sure, I'll throw down with my sentient punching bag some more. Bless.
Jeez. And true to her word.
Well, look at that. By the grace of an entirely different Kansas's deity, you're actually getting stronger.
I can't hear you over the sound of blood rushing to leave through my mouth.
You big baby. Think of this as the quick path to being as strong as Xuna.
Terrifying to think she's so much stronger than the rest of us.
Ha! I ain't seen nothing yet. Now get out of here and let your Zala heal.
Already leaving.
Oh, we lost the tiny bit of pragmatism that we had.
Bruised and feeling broken, you left for the castle. You felt the urge to eat strike, your hunger leading you towards the dining room.
What are you two standing next to the dining room for? We were just wondering where Artemis was. He's always hiding that one. I don't think I know him. That's good, because he sneaks around everywhere, the silly goose. That's an animal from Earth. Quite right. Earth and Acerando. I've been visiting the latter. And what's it like on that planet? It's surreal. Everyone treats each other equally. Some have fluffy ears, while others have sharper or even longer ones. And while they all speak very eloquently, it's quite the experience. Sounds better than my trip to Earth. Is it true that humans can hear music coming out of nowhere? I have no idea where you heard that from. Acellians can, though. Wait, what? Intriguing, no? Apparently it has to do with the mana in the air. Gaia and Earth don't get the privilege. I wonder what the mystery is behind that. Wait, what do their instruments sound like? Completely different from ours. Can confirm. Their instruments interact with vibrations and air differently than ours do because their canvas is made up of different materials, down to the type of tool used in its creation. But air is air, right? Made from Zala and Iom. Nope, completely different. Hydrogen and oxygen. You're extremely knowledgeable. Let's just say I'm very good at retaining information. But yeah, it really helps if you look at the canvases as two artists using fundamentally different utensils to create the two universes made up of entirely different mediums. A crude comparison, but perhaps like a painter using traditional paint, while another uses digital. I'm afraid I don't know what you mean by digital. But I suppose it helps support your point. You'll likely have a better idea once Clanice's mother comes in with those phones. But I'm starving, so I'm going to leave you two. Later. Until next time, Lady Jenna. Farewell, Lady Jenna. Let's finally get that dinner. The moment you stepped into the entrance, both Xuna and Joy shifted their eyes to you without delay. They were sitting across from one another, seemingly halfway done with their meals.
Look at Xuna. I do not. We're just discussing you.
Oh? About what?
How much time you've dedicated to your office as of late. I was pondering the logistics of moving a bed into your office space. That was a good joke. Oh my, how rare. I don't think it's so uncommon that it requires commentary.
This is literally the first time I've heard you crack a joke.
She has her fair share, but the stars must align, and then they must perform the blood ritual required to satisfy her innate demands. You are so insufferably silly.
Culver came out with roasted chicken and plenty of salad. You took your seat by Joy as Culver set your plate down in front of you. This is going to taste really good after digging deep into Zal nonsense for the past several cycles.
I'm told you're quite acquainted with Earth, Lady Xuna. Anything in particular stand out during your stay there?
Honestly, the internet taught me more than their best cities ever could. Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Rip, you were on 4chan.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
The one thing that stuck with me was how some of them were masters of conveying their messages, almost as an art form. Motivational speakers, especially.
Oh, no.
I
might have stolen some ideas from them here and there, and over yonder.
Might have to make time to research all the internet can offer. Speaking isn't my forte, but I'm sure it'll have something that will catch my interest.
I wouldn't mind showing you the ropes. If speaking isn't your forte, then how did you hold my attention for so long? Oh god, that last one.
Wow! Nasty. Rude. Why did Marco... I know it's Marco who just said Mpreg. I didn't even have to look at chat to see which one person it was. Because it's covered up by my Discord. And I was like, Mpreg. Yeah, no, that's my son.
He got it from your side of the family.
Oh, like you don't have Mpreg on your side of the family.
No, not my thing, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, it's alright. I'm not sure it's my thing half of the time I see stuff, but I'm like, I've lived this long. I've lived this long in the yaoi fandom, I can get over whatever. I wouldn't mind showing you the ropes, is really, like, yeah. Why, thank you. I will absolutely take you up on that. But for now, I should head for bed. Be well, Lady Xuna.
Joy left his plate on the table and left the dining room. Xuna continued to finish up her meal.
Eat your food! Mind your business!
Soon after, Xuna placed her fork down and stood up, walking away.
Farewell.
You
Hold on, Marco's saying something again, because members when Coco liked yaoi on main when back in the day Twitter showed others with likes at random.
Was it Feeny Edgeworth? What was it?
I hope it was Feeny Edgeworth. I hope it was the one where they're touching, Edgeworth is touching his teeth. I was thinking about that image today. Like, what kind of unhinged shit is it?
You decided to start eating your meal while it was cooling down. As others began to enter, you finished your meal and left for your room. Finally, I finished everything I wanted to do before sleeping. Time for bed. Now to just...
his teeth, all caps.
answer the door, apparently. Article for you, Lady Xuna. Right now, must be a priority. You took the papers from Valmer's hands, and the headline caught your attention immediately. Seers robbed of their gifts. Do you know who sent this, Valmer? A troublemaker. At the bottom of the article paper was a small yellow note tucked between its first and second page. On it read, "You were seeking this, yes?" Couldn't be that Artemis man. It couldn't. I've never met him. Mystery to solve later. I need to read this article. Thank you for delivering this. You may go. It was a relatively lengthy article, but the importance of it was clear. You aren't the only seer who lost the ability to retain the memories of their many visions. Scientists had seers in labs in hopes of finding answers to both why this was happening and how the powers came to be to begin with. Lastly, the seers all reported remembering Mara specifically, and it all happened within the span of a cycle. So she's a problem for seers everywhere, but how do we stop her? I'm going to have a hell of a lot to sleep on this sleep cycle. You hurried into bed, wondering what would be in store when you woke up. After what felt like a long, long session of sleeping, You opened your eyes. I wonder how long I slept. No matter, let's get the cycle started. You got dressed, left the room, closed the door behind you, and set out for the day. You just woke up, eh? Yep. Did I miss anything? Not a thing. You'd be pushing it, but you could even catch breakfast. Hell, the dining room is where I'm going. Separate, I'll keep that in mind. Join, mind if I tag with you? Invite to room.
Coco, full disgust. So fucking good.
And I just want to clarify for the audience, that's not an to this character, just an about being a creep.
Yeah, being a creep.
Not at all.
The two of you started to walk down the hallway in the direction of the lobby.
So, what's a lovely lady such as yourself doing tagging along with a humble whore?
Well, don't call yourself whore, for one. You're so much more than that, yes? We've barely spoken. Tell me about yourself. You're really cute, so I'm just trying to bumble my way into a conversation with you.
Oh my god. Like, I don't know. Here's a question, Coco. Do you think white knighting every conversation is a good move?
Yeah, that's what I'm hesitating too.
I don't think it is. Frankly, especially since the dialogue is always written rather specifically, like, you know, more real rather than not. I would personally go with "We've barely spoken. Tell me about yourself."
Yeah.
You know, like having an act like that's why I thought the checking on oh god, I just forgot his name. The one that was in charge of the brothel at the time that Londa came in.
Praxis.
Like Praxis. Like I thought it made better sense to first of all be like, are you all right? Rather than being like, you know, shit's gonna change when I'm in charge.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Yeah.
And like in this particular case, the thing is, I'm also considering that, I mean, we don't know his situation, of course, but maybe he's fine with being a sex worker and like saying, what
like,
a terrible
this
thing
was
to
his
be a
own
sex
choice.
worker. Yeah.
Just like how Joy said, well, it's by my choice that I'm here.
Exactly.
Well, there's a lot to unpack there. What exactly would you want to know?
What's the story between you and Zobi? Well, if I imagine life outside of servitude, anyone catch your interest these days?
I would ask about the story between him and Zobi because, yeah.
Huh. Suppose you were bound to ask that eventually. What's that word you smart folks use for people who keep defending and arguing for something or someone when they probably shouldn't?
An apologist?
Yes. He's one of them. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a ball of laughs, but even I know that things could be better. So seeing the little bugger wanting to maintain the status quo, it bugs me. Don't think he's a bad guy or nothing, but he can fuck right off with that nonsense.
Interesting. Never met a male apologist before.
Right? It's probably the only way he makes any money here. Oh yes, Mrs. Laxey, I agree completely. We men are such silly creatures and ever in need of protection from both others and ourselves. Please like me.
Damn, that's harsh. I don't think Zoe's that bad. I like you. Stop making me laugh. That's so mean.
Yeah,
making-
sure. Yeah.
Maybe a little. A frustrating guy, that one. Oh, I picked up on that.
The two of you spent the rest of the walk gradually moving away from the topic and focused on making silly, if not clever, jokes at each other.
After eating breakfast, the two of you parted ways and you focused on what to do next. Guarding is Vicia. Said we could talk to her at any point, or we can continue trying to train our Zala.
What do you think if we went to see Vicia, if there would be any benefit? Like, because also the garden is kind of Noxia's, like, focus, right?
Yes.
She's, yeah. So it's kind of like, would it be to our benefit to go there, like, try and advance that little bit of the plot, or...
I
I don't know if it would advance anything, but it would be, you know...
I mean, we can... Yeah, it could be something different. And let's click on that, and I'm going to quickly go refill my water.
Okay. You're under my control now, chat. How do you feel? Probably no different. Because Coco is just as much of a threat. Ugh. This run might be a good one after all. Well, I hope so? Question mark? Why would it not be? Now I'm concerned. Boy, really good. Not just a good. Okay. Never mind. I misread briefly. Oh! Oh, that'd be dope. I would say that Coco is a professional VN player, but, you know. Coco is very good at VN.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Jonathan says we might have maybe all 3 main routes in one run.
Really? I thought we had been blocked off from the Artemis one. Actually, yeah, I thought we had been blocked off both from Noxia and Artemis, and it says find Noxia in the garden during the first cycle. And then we didn't run after Volomir.
I'm losing my shit over the fact that you're like, this is the first one I fucking beat. It's like, you made a VN before playing VNs. That is the funniest shit.
Oh my god, wait, what?
He says, "This would have been the first long VN I played and beaten. I should do more so it's not just Women of Zal and Doki Doki Literature Club." I'm fucking losing my shit.
Well, do I have a suggestion for you?
Coco's got a lot to suggest.
Yeah, I've played so many.
But I think I'm thinking of probably the same one you're thinking of to recommend.
Yeah, Fata Morgana.
Yeah, Fata Morgana is fucking and the follow-up one. The emotional damage.
With no one seeming to be guarding the entrance, you were able to start walking along the garden's trail. You can't fall into tropes if you don't know them. You know what? That's a good point.
That's actually really apt.
Yeah.
But oh god, yeah. That's really funny.
I never
If you
thought
want a
of that.
lighthearted one though, play Dream Daddy. I mean, it's not completely lighthearted, but you know, it's you're just dating other dads who live in your neighborhood.
With no one seeming to be guarding the entrance, you are able to start walking along the garden's trail. You kept looking at the mix of Zulian and earth foliage, creating the garden you saw before you, but then voices caught your attention. There, Valimir and Visya sat, comfortably settled on the bench ahead of you, looking forward and not picking up on your presence. They can be so frustrating at times. I don't know what Lady Xuna wants of me. I hear the whispers. I know what others think she has planned for me, but she was never one to be predictable. And what keeps you from merely asking the child? It's not my place. Are you worried she'll punish you again? Would you blame me? Losing my hair was... Oh, I suppose it'd be hard to understand. You know, I'm quite blind these days. I'm sorry, Lady Visya. I didn't mean to imply that you were above your own share of suffering. Visya smiled without looking his way. When I was younger, I never imagined I'd have my sight stolen from me. When it happened, I was... so many things. Angry, afraid, alone, and above all, helpless. Even now, after so many years, those feelings resurface from time to time. The trauma never quite goes away. Truly. The last thing these old eyes saw was a blade severing my vision. It's a hard thing to move past. Even when my comrades told me others had it worse, nothing quite helped. But you know, I still had things I wanted to do, things I still needed to do, so I accepted the reality life dealt me, and onward I endured. Thank you, Lady Visya. Of course. Are you ready to leave? I am. Valimir stood up and noticed you. Oh, a visitor. Visya looked in your direction. I did hear curious footsteps approach a minute ago. Let me speak to that one, child. Of course. Farewell, Lady Visya. He walked away from her and started to pass by you. Lady Xuna? Xuna, it's been quite some time, hasn't it? Yes, it has, my lady, so you want to help everyone that comes walking in the garden. You know, I'm only really at ease around you. Damn.
Mm. Yes, it has, my lady.
It's been incredibly busy this past cycle. To that I hold no doubt. Stressful too, I'd imagine. Yes, so much of that. I can see why you're in the garden. It's so much more relaxing.
It gives me time to reflect on the future and reminds me to commit to it.
What do you have planned?
Well, my funeral, for one.
Come on, something less dreadful.
Don't worry, I've more than lived a full life. It's fun to jest about it, and hearing you children treat death as some distant thing.
I suppose it is odd of us to think so when we have people like Velvet running around getting herself hurt all the time.
A return to Zanaska is at hand. I wonder what news that one will be bringing back with her.
Vizia stood up from the bench.
Probably nothing to concern myself with.
Yeah, if she found anything important, the government will be on it.
A lot of faith in the speed of our officials.
The two of you began walking. Well, you see, I have seen Earth's take on bureaucracy. The two of you continued your benign discussion all the way to the dining room. You entered the dining room with Vizia quietly walking past you. Oh, do tell me more. What are you still doing here? Rented Artemis for a few days. You rented someone? Somehow I feel there's a follow-up. Well, of course there is. If you buy a man's stolen time and do nothing with it, does that not make their lives a little easier?
It's not stolen if said time is entitled to us. But to answer your inquiry from before, that apprentice stepped in. We Zufos tend not to get violent or mistreat the livestock. It's senseless at best. We're not as forgiving as the people in Zanaska seem to be, but we care for them as long as they continue to serve us diligently.
I see, I see. You know, if you really wanted to show the world your so-called care, you'd always free the males serving under you.
How ridiculous. We'd have to be daft to lose our main source of income. What would men even do without being under the care of a woman? Nothing good, I'd imagine.
Well, I've seen a fair amount of them do that. Well, I've seen a fair amount of them that can do more than talk shit, you hear me?
And what does that have to do with anything?
Nothing. That can't wait until the time is right.
Odd hearing you both here in the same room, but what an unexpected outcome it became.
Odd seeing you alive. How have you not shriveled up into nothing?
And I'm proud of you for managing to stay alive yourself, my noisy nestling. Now I would enjoy some peace to go with my meal, so perhaps you could come back another time.
And I should grant you that. Why? I'll see you later, Londa. Maybe not next cycle, maybe not in this castle, but soon.
She's so odd. No matter. I'll have my dinner sent to my room. No joy to be found sitting around here.
Ah, to be young. In a way, I miss the days where one's words could rattle me to action. Vizia looked your way, although her eyes remained closed. Ready for dinner? All that talking has worked up an appetite in me. Yeah, sure. People came in and out of the dining room to eat or take food out, but it was an uneventful meal. With a yawn, you decided it was time to head to bed. After you got to your room, you climbed into bed and fell asleep soon after. Your dreams were filled with flowers, so many purple and black flowers in a void of white. More nonsense, surely. Surely, definitely. Why can't my dreams be normal? Doesn't matter. I'm awake now. Let's get down to business.
Feeling energized, you got dressed and left the room ready for the tasks ahead. Okay.
Hmm.
Let me look at something.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-ba. Hmm. Okay. I don't see anything that says if we should continue the garden.
Okay.
Hmm. Well, what do you think? Actually, you know what? Let's
Mm,
make a save here.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Been a while.
What's our stats right now? Are you able to look at that?
Yeah.
Okay. Does our level go up every time we go and see Xana, or is it only like half a level?
I'm not sure.
Well, who knows if we'll have to get into fight, so.
Wait, Exotic?
I'm.
Or garden?
I,
Or
I, ca-
brothel?
I, uh, God damn it, Coco. Ah, the indecisiveness! Suffering. Uh, Cat, help! Coco's torturing me with choices.
I can't be the only one who makes tour decisions.
I know. It's just that I have the stupid thing that happens when you like go to a restaurant and then you're like, I've never eaten food in my life. Where you're like, I don't know what to choose. It's like that. Fuck, I don't know. Go to the brothel.
Alright. We haven't been there, so might get some
Yeah.
interesting stuff.
Okay.
A man sat behind the desk, up the stairs, seemingly waiting for someone to arrive.
I think Fernal was you.
Hello, my lady. My name is Fernell. How may I help you today?
Oh.
Uh...
Ugh.
Okay.
I don't think this was an option the last time.
I don't think I
Um,
can't remember. But alright, I don't know
I
if this
don't.
is gonna advance us to anything that we want. Unless we
Yeah.
can maybe talk to Artemis, maybe?
Maybe.
Alright, we'll see if we can talk to Artemis. If not, then we'll
We'll
back
back
out.
out. Yeah.
Oof, rough timing. Only two are available at the moment. Oh, really? What happened? Customers are worried about the upcoming meeting of Lady Xuna and the zoo foes. That'll limit who can come in and out of the castle while they're here. Just can't get away from those zoo foes. Tomorrow, next sleep cycle, we should have more options for you, but right now we only have Proxus and Zobe. Okay. And let's go back.
Go to the garden.
After entering the garden, it didn't take long for you to come across Vicia, sitting on the bench with eyes resting and head forward. She didn't seem to have heard you.
Staring people is not nice. Walk closer.
No. Vicia's head turned straight in your direction. Oh, hello. Good to meet you again. Come, have a seat. You sat down and placed your hands under your knees as you looked towards the grey. You've all been quite busy as of late, getting used to everything, I'm sure. Yeah, no more getting lost either. Now there's something I can relate to. This castle is still relatively new. How do you get around? What were you thinking about before you got here, Mean? Wow. I'm not
Wow.
even reading that last one.
Yeah.
The future. To many, the possibilities seem plentiful, but oftentimes I wonder if there's only one true way for time to march forward. Even with some people out there being able to see future outcomes. It's for that very reason that I couldn't be a seer. To see so much, yet ultimately confined to marching on the same trail as the rest of us, it would drive me mad. When we first met, you took the edge off my fatigue. How did you know I needed that? Your breathing was labored, and when our arms locked, I could feel your Zala slowing. It didn't help that you practically announced you were a seer the moment you spoke to me for the first time. Ah, right, that did kind of happen. You've been more careful since, yes? You outed yourself on the first word you spoke to me, Jenna. I did, but I assure you I've gotten better about it. Thank you for helping me that day. Of course. I've hoped that you young ones will all prosper and surpass me someday, and if I am to ever see that future, I must nurture it whenever I can. Vissia stood up. Come now, we should grab a bite to eat before we lose the kitchen to the zoo foes. You stood as well. Mona and Londa here at the same time. Fun. You and Vissia continued with smaller conversation until you reached the lobby, where Vissia made a detour upon Noxia calling her into a different hallway. You two? Together? Yes, so it would seem.
The lady of the castle has a morbid sense of humor. She assigned him to me, and now I'm stuck with him, playing the part of my personal assistant.
Lady Xuna never ceases to confuse me.
I've already begun suspecting her unusual decisions are little more than ways to pass the time.
She looked at Valmir.
Wait in the kitchen, would you?
He nodded and walked off.
I need to talk to you. This coming microcycle, my mother arrives. With her will be the Zufos, General Zula, and Velvet.
Nothing about that sentence sounds relaxing.
No, I imagine we'll all be on edge for different reasons. Little good the nasty business in Dojek brought us. Rest well. I doubt the next microcycle will be kind to our schedules. Till next we meet.
So much is happening soon. And I was just getting used to things. Dinner was swift, and those at the dining table tense. You left for your room in a hurry. You notice Vissia and Londa walking away from your door. I was hoping to catch up with you. Are you properly prepared for my family? I wouldn't blame you for being afraid, spending so much time criticizing my every step only to greet Mana and Mother. Kneel down and apologize, and I might even neglect to mention your transgressions to the rest of my family. You should sleep, child. We'll have plenty of time to talk after. Suit yourself. Jeez. There's so much happening in a few hours, I best get straight to sleep. You had just one dream. A dream of mutilated corpses inside of a dark cave, lit only by a single torchlight. The corpses all formed the trail further into the cave. Your eyes followed the lifeless bodies until you gazed into the darkness itself. What kind of dream was that? Ugh, I don't have time for this. I probably need to be there to greet General Zula. You were quick to get dressed and head out to the lobby, where Xuna and the other apprentices were congregating.
Good. I was just thinking of having Liz retrieve you.
She looked away from you before you could respond.
Form a line, flank my sides, and do not speak out of turn once General Zula, the Zufos, and their entourage enter the castle.
You all obliged without a fuss. Lenise stood by your right, and Noxia to her right. Xuna was directly left of you. Did they all take the same airship?
Mother works directly under General Zula. If there's any sort of unusual nonsense going on in Zal, the General will want the Grey right there with her to help solve the many mysteries. General Zula likely picked up the Zufos for the occasion.
I never imagined I'd meet a general of Zal.
Velvet stepped into the line from behind everyone, standing directly left of Xuna.
I have. Gasp.
When did you return to the castle?
A few minutes ago.
Hey, girl, good to see you back in one piece.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Liz.
Liz had just entered the castle and snapped everyone's attention back to the entrance. As you anticipated, Lady Xuna, they will be coming into the castle a few minutes early.
Right now, then.
Liz nodded.
Thank you. You may leave.
May fortune shine on you.
Acquit yourselves.
The large double doors to the castle opened, thanks to one soldier at each door, both unfamiliar in features and garb. They certainly didn't belong to either Zanaska or Xuna. And then the other figures approached.
General Zula Lumenhire of Unovan and the matriarch Tithra Zufo of Ramastra are in your presence.
Well met, ladies of Zanaska.
I trust news has reached you all by now.
It has. Though I fear travel has dulled our wits, and we will need to repose.
My castle is at your disposal. I'll have one of the apprentices show you to your rooms.
During the exchange, you caught Mana looking over at Velvet. Mana smiled jovially and winked at her with her left eye.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yeah, really.
You have our gratitude. Is the one who flew to Nojak here? Xuna's head nudged left.
Just returned, in fact.
Fortunate timing. What's your name?
Velvet Kuriox, a native of Nojik before the rain started falling.
That paints a better picture. Make yourself available in 3 microcycles' time. I'll be holding a meeting here with Xuna in 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Good girl. Zula looked back at Xuna. Roxas is here, yes. Have him visit my chambers for the remainder of the cycle.
It will be arranged.
Zula then looked at the woman who flanked her right. Claire, what will you be doing?
I have business with my daughter. From there, I must set up my new office. Anise.
You can leave her in my care. Right this way.
Lady Zula, Noxia will show you to your chambers. Right this way, General Zula.
Mana, your sister isn't showing herself. Once you fetch her, find me.
Was it you or me for her?
I think it was you.
Okay.
My pleasure.
I'll go back to these videos and and like actually write down the roster.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. We've been keeping up with it for the most part.
And Mana.
Hold up, let me guess. No killing.
No killing, no strife. Defend yourself if need be, but the fewer strings I need to pull, the better.
Sure, sure.
Mana looked at Velvet as she started walking towards the nearest hallway.
I just gotta behave.
Oh, my children. Xuna, I'm ready to get some sleep.
Erixa, show Lady Sithra to her room.
Right away, Lady Xuna.
Where is Vicia? Axe, Velvet, go to the garden and tell Lady Vicia that Alnor the Grey is here to see her.
Yep, going right now.
Both? All right. Would you like an escort to your room, Lady Nor?
I won't be needing one.
Will you not be staying here?
I am.
You can go.
I will be fine waiting here.
Very well.
Xuna began walking away, and Nor began walking towards the nearest wall.
Xuna, seem you have the rest of the cycle to yourself.
Will?
Will?
Yeah, basically.
Nor didn't stop walking.
Fulfilling a promise to an old friend.
Must be some friend. He began following her.
You could say that.
I really like her theme a lot, damn.
Is it a private matter?
Not particularly, but I will still keep the reason to myself.
That's a new one. Once Nor had reached the wall, she leaned her back against it and took to staring at the floor with arms behind her back. So is that... What's your business with Lady Vicia? Do you lean against walls all the time?
I feel like that one's hitting on her.
The bottom one?
Yeah, I don't know why. It just seems like either Jenna is going to like follow that up with like something gay or I guess what's your business, I guess, but at the same time it's like also not a great thing to ask. Maybe just talk. We have much to catch up on.
I'm guessing you're not going to give me the details.
They say there's no wisdom in youth.
No, you old Vinx.
Yikes, when did she sneak up on me? Old woman Yowie?
Old woman Yowie. Yes.
Jenna, give us a moment.
You created a whole new fucking genre.
Yeah, sure.
It's been quite some time, Vicia. Up to trouble again.
You began to leave to do something else. Here and there, but right now I find myself in an interesting spot with the zoo foes.
Don't stir the pot too much. Nana Yaga didn't speak of you, but nothing good comes of trifling with their family.
That was all you would get from the conversation before you walked out of its hearing range. I am to inform you that the brothel, university, and the farm are off limits for the time being. The instructors have to prepare for your upcoming exams, and the brothel is being reserved for the zoo foes in the general. Thank you. Liz nodded and left. Onward, then. With everyone's schedule settled, the alliance is made in, and broken individuals in the castle may now visit you in your office if they want to grow closer to you. Whenever you decide to work in the office instead of interacting with others, you'll be engaged with official business and paperwork until the cycle nears its end. Okay. Well, let's see if we get any visitor.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
You took your seat and for the next several minutes got right to work. Oh. Noxie's on here twice?
Yay! We found another bug! Hooray! Well, Noxia then. Oh my. What?
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 What? Noxia, what the fuck are you saying to me right now? I just did the pose where it's like at the end of this year, is anyone fucking want to admit they have a crush on me? Like that's literally, I just did the pose for the meme. Like I was like, hold on. Hold on. I request your assistance in helping me procure a mate.
The fuck? Yeah, that was pretty much our reaction too.
I apologize. I knew it would take a burst of courage to say what was on my mind, but it came out strangely.
There's some real energy on you, girl. Sure, I'll help. First things first, what exactly are you looking for? Just sprawl across. We just sprawl across the desk. Anything in particular?
Literally froze in our mouth, like
that little
absolutely.
plant.
Yeah, that little plant. Yeah. I suppose an intelligent person would be a solid base, but I'd care more about their wisdom than anything else.
We're not terrible.
We're not stupid, but we're not, you know. Outside of that, they need to be inclined towards correcting the many injustices in the world under the wing of the law, naturally. If I can understand and respect where said person is coming from, I would likely be able to adapt to our many differences.
Well, that cuts it down a little bit.
Just holds up a sign that says me.
Do you like, how about a very inquisitive and kind person? How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Winking emoji.
Any contenders?
Unsure. I think first I need to investigate everyone, especially Zarus and Velvet. Perhaps Artemis, if I find his whereabouts, is even on the table?
Investigate how?
Unsure. Just talking to them and seeing how I feel, maybe. I know I chose Artemis and Velvet because they seem most inclined towards justice, but testing to see if we're compatible in that way seems natural. Zarus is on that list because...
He's top of his class.
Truth be told, I think Zarus is the best way for me to find out if I'm at all interested in men. Women are a bit easier to figure out.
about us way more, do you?
Come on. There's time for such talk later. Holds up the sign that says me again.
Get some neon signs and arrows pointing
Yeah.
at us.
literally, literally like the genie in Aladdin.
Yep.
At the end of the song, 100%. We have an investigation ahead.
Sure, sure. Who will you go see first? I suggest Zeris, just to knock one gender out of the equation. Or add them.
Yes, I agree that would be the best course of action. If Zeris doesn't resonate with me, then I'd wager the vast majority of men won't. At least, not during this phase of my life. Wait. What would I even say to him? What would I say to anyone?
Mood. Same thing you told me?
It makes me nervous for some reason. Let me contemplate a way to construct the perfect conversation, or at least orchestrate a cloud breaker so I don't make anyone feel awkward. I gotta be real, if Scott hadn't fallen into my lap, I don't know what I would do. Falling into the lap was not literal, but you know what I mean. I don't do well with poorly executed conversations, particularly if I'm the reason for it.
That sounds like you'll be returning later, then.
Yes, thank you for your continued understanding. Next we meet, let us find Zeris and, well, I suppose we'll find out what we'll do from there, won't we?
She gave you a polite parting nod and walked out of the door. Ugh, if these walls could talk, they'd have stories to tell for days. You returned to your paperwork until you started imagining words and thought it was time to call it. Here's to a good rest. The next cycle is probably going to be busy for everyone as well. You dreamed of the cave again, but this time no corpses. Just the cave and the torch. Really wish the dream didn't last so long, or at least did literally anything else. Alright, let's get the cycle started. You walked towards the door and opened it for your visitor.
You're Xuna, yes?
I'm Lady Jenna, yes, I am, and you're Clean's mom, right?
I am Lady Xuna, yes? Question mark?
Claire reached into her cloak, took out and handed you a cell phone. It was a black touchscreen with the words IVA emblazoned near the bottom of the phone.
Police told me you toured Earth. That spares me the explanation. The device is yours. You'll be able to call anyone in Xenoska with a phone. Xuna requested all of you apprentices to have each other's numbers already in your phone, so seeking each other out will not be necessary. Finally, the technology that allows us to communicate is fundamentally different from Earth's. Until we figure out how to better integrate the two sciences, our network cannot exchange data with theirs. In the same vein, there is internet available, but only for websites that originate from Zal.
We have official websites?
Less than 100, but yes, I expect more companies from both canvases to swarm at once the technology is perfected for Zal use. I believe that concludes my business here.
Yes, thank you, yes, but it's a little weird hearing an Easterner not sound flowery. Please stay in chat, you're pleasant on the eyes. Yes, thank you.
Then good day.
Uh...
Man, there's a version of Xuna, not Xuna, of Xuna out there that is really, really trying hard to absolutely get into the pants of every single person.
You know what? At some point, I'm gonna do a run like that. It's
Just
gonna
extremely
be rough.
horny.
It's gonna be rough.
Yeah. You're gonna be cringing every step of the way.
Yep. Your mom doesn't play, does she, Clanice? Maybe I'll learn more about those two later, but for now... You took a few minutes to set up your new phone according to your preferences. As a final touch, you retreated into your room, did some needless shifty eyeing, and snapped a quick selfie. Aww.
Aw, cute.
Pippin, what's the matter? Hold on. Hi. Look. Baby. Goodness. What? Oh, just went.
Let's see. Maybe go to the garden? Wait, no. Have we visited the actual castle library?
I think we only did once.
I thought we went to the city library for some reason.
I think the city library is the one we haven't done. That's... Just make sure. Yeah, we've been there.
Okay.
And then, after a brief inquiry at the docking station, you are able to request an airship to pick you up and take you to Xanaska University's library. Ah, yes, we haven't been to this one. Different books will be available in each section every cycle. Now is one of those times when using the scroll button to rewind time would be most advantageous. The university library was extremely quiet. The librarian, sitting calmly by her desk, gave you a quick welcoming glance. Records?
Mm-hmm.
You find a book titled Zulian Codified Law and sit down to read. As of 1996, all 5 of Zal's domains have adopted the following laws. Main law, treat your equals as you would treat yourself. Amendment 1. A woman of higher class is permitted to circumvent the main law when dealing with those beneath her. Amendment 2. If a woman of the same class threatens the prosperity of another's household, the first woman may put her down.
Well, that explains why they didn't really have law stuff for what happened earlier.
Amendment 3. If a woman provokes a woman of the same class into violence, either with her words or bodily actions, she forfeits her rights as a protected citizen. Amendment 4. Unless threatened with death, no Zulian, regardless of class, rank, or reason, may kill, abduct, torture, or threaten to do the former to one granted the title of Grey Veteran. Amendment 5. Men are prohibited from voting, owning property, going against the head of household, or being the head of household. Amendment 6. No Zulian, regardless of class, may claim another's male servant, husband, or lover without proper compensation. Higher-ranking women may, however, impose cooperation. Amendment 7. Zulian males are prohibited from influencing, changing, or destroying present and future laws. Amendment 8. A woman must wear clothing in accordance with her sexuality.
What?
Amendment 9. As of year start 2009, Amendment 8 is no longer in effect.
What does that mean?
Just going around in like this giant suit that's just the lesbian flag.
Yes. Amazing. And you're this comment's interesting.
In your mind, you thanked Zula for being the reason Amendment 8 was shot into oblivion.
What does it mean?
You continued reading.
You have to tell us what the fuck that meant.
You continued reading for a few hours. Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay, you get pragmatism from that. What was the other book?
The other book was science. That might make us more wise. Let's get... I also just want to see the lore.
I'm just really interested in the books, personally.
Yeah, same. The first book to catch your eye is an older one titled The Planet by Reynax Yetzera. You take it to a nearby table to read. You scan the forward just enough to figure out that it was written approximately 50 years ago, then dive straight into the first chapter. The world we inhabit is a flat plain, likely many hundreds of light miles in diameter. Scientists have measured our world to be irregularly circular.
The central area of the plane in which our civilization thrives is encircled by a domain of gradually thickening clouds known as Vijiri's Path. These clouds have proven impenetrable to every scientific attempt to pierce them. While there is no such barrier to entering the clouds, only a small portion of airships that have entered Vijiri's Path have ever returned. Those who have returned have been irreversibly changed, driven mad or wild with various Zala-related afflictions, including auditory and visual hallucinations. Complete changes in personality, multiple personalities, strange obsessions, and obsessive behavior. The afflictions are as numerous as they are varied, and defy all efforts to assign rhyme or reason. Accordingly, our knowledge of Zal is currently limited to the territory inside Vijiri's Path. Our small inner plane, our planet, is divided into 5 domains of islands, each separated by vast gulfs of open sky. Though our 5 domains have oft warred against one another, all of us are Zulian in our essence. The book is a bit outdated. Everyone says planet now rather than planet, for instance, and was clearly written in the middle of one of Zal's many wars, but otherwise is a good refresher on the nature of the world. You continue reading for a few hours. You feel smarter. As you walked to your room, you saw that the Zamoris were in the middle of a conversation and took no notice of you. It was a bad law from a strange woman. Basically, the hornier you are, the more your clothes had to reflect that. Oh, okay. That's...
So you had to be in the bikini armor if you want to be horny. That's what I'm taking away from
And if
that.
you were chaste, you had to wear a cinder block.
Yes. Absolutely. You have to be concrete. Mandatory? How unpleasant. Mix Hilda would have better spent their time actually lecturing us instead of touting Zal's superior culture.
It sounds as though the teacher did just that.
Pardon?
Are you suggesting your instructor spoke highly of our canvas without explaining why?
You know, the explanation of that and the fact that it was Zula who opposed it.
And how she dresses?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He didn't want anyone to know.
Yeah, she definitely... I mean, she did immediately request a
Mhm.
Proxys.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh.
Sorry that I'm horny. I'm sorry that's a crime.
Are you suggesting your instructor spoke highly of our canvas without explaining why?
Yes, Pippin, she did. No, The point is, we're all trapped attending their lecture because they couldn't be arsed to stop being so long-winded. Don Pippin is getting cleaned.
You speak too harshly of someone you're not paying to tell you anything.
Zula most benefited from taking out the bill.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Hold on a second.
Well, sorry about that. Pippin needed his tummy cleaned.
It's okay. I wanted to check something, so I was looking at the playlist of the early access one, and some
Yeah.
of these titles. Chaotic
What's got you
Gremlin
giggling?
Child, Too Many Gorgeous Women, in which we disappoint the devs.
Yeah. That had to have been the episode where he was like, I left for 2 minutes!
Coco was put on a leash. So stupid, so murderable. We're absolutely terrible at being mean.
Yeah, that one. God.
Coco 8 Moon's gender.
That's real. That's what happened to it. Jira acknowledged. You were entertaining telling me of one of your many quips, were you not?
Claire Zimbori. Right again. Do stop dancing with perfection at some point, though. The rest of us grow tired of being made the fool.
Clanice looked away from her mom only to see you.
At last, the key to my freedom has arrived. Sleep well, for we have a mandatory class with Hilda in for 12 hours' time. Seems they want to cover material and their nationalism did not. Before the exam, of course.
She then left in the opposite direction without any sign she was in the mood to say goodbye. Her mother did the same, leaving in the direction you arrived from. I'm just going to give both of them some space for now. Made it just in time. Starting to crave sleep just looking at the bed.
Me always and forever.
Mm-hmm. That night you dreamed of several children with their backs facing you. They all appeared eerily still, standing and staring at the wall in front of them.
Okay, fucking Blair Witch.
What's with these dreams lately? Whatever, I just hope Hilda's lecture helps take my mind off of them. Time to go.
They will be all about children's facing walls.
After getting dressed, you met up with the other women in the lobby and left the university.
Thank you for coming. In case you somehow missed the memo into Earth Days, you'll be taking my exam. There's no way to pass or fail, but Xuna will be noting what you got right or wrong. Probably important to you matriarch hopefuls, so I hope you've been paying attention or stealing notes from your classmates. Now, the final lesson. Spells and the arcane. Some of you look like you want to ask how that relates to humans, and you'd be right to ask. Thing is, we do share some similarities with their form of magic. Like Zala, mana has two main types of energy, traditional and arcane. The former is, of course, how we can conjure elemental spells and summon our weapons from miles away. Excuse me. Arcane spells allow the user to perform more supernatural feats that can't be explained by modern science, nor do we know how they work. If our ancestors hadn't run into the craft, we'd never have access to that form of magic. Humans share the same history across their entire canvas, which brings me to the important bits. Humans and Zulians have wildly different arcane spells. They can create magical doors that instantly take them to their destination, transform themselves into different beings, control the weather, or even contort reality to their whims. Damn it! Come on, man! Why not now?
Why not now?
Why not now? Surely not every human has access to such abilities. Fortunately not. Similar to our situation, only a select few ever pick up arcane magic. Why not now? I'm glad. Your take on the craft seems more combat-oriented.
And from what I hear, they most certainly don't have spells like Life Giver.
The what?
It's one of our most notable arcane spells. You can revive someone within 1 minute of their death by forcing the Zala that was leaving the body back in. Think of it like jump-starting an engine. But it's half the caster's lifespan.
Ah, that silly spell. I believe we discussed it a bit outside of class.
There is one thing we do have in common with the humans' arcane energy. Children, typically under the age of 12, often ripe with raw, untapped arcane essence. We're talking dangerous, maddening amounts of it. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Suddenly feeling like, fuck, what's that show called that's also a book series? The Golden Compass, y'all? Ever fucking read that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah!
I just read that last year, actually.
Honks distressedly. Scientists from both canvases have no idea how to interact with that pool of power, and the kids themselves lose their natural arcanic magic during their teen years. Ah, puberty. It's a shame, the young having so much potential, but are biologically incapable of accessing it. Who knows what incredible feats of wonder someone could do if they had the means to control such spells.
Honk.
Stressed. But we need to move on, so much to cram into your heads before the exam. Another thing we have in common with the other canvas is...
They put so much information in everyone's heads that you felt the urge to sleep sneaking up on you. You recall a certain person you want to spend time with.
Artemis?
Okay.
We've yet to fucking meet?
I mean, we briefly, very briefly. Oh, I thought we had seen him at least. That said, it was hard thinking about someone you'd never met before. Whoa, what was that?
That's just the portrait reorienting itself.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd seen it before, and I was like, my imagination.
Yeah, I've seen it a couple times.
After working for about 5 minutes, you felt a yawn coming on, deciding that a walk may fight away the urge to sleep. You stood up and decided to take a stroll through the halls.
Hello?
Eh?
Eh?
I don't think we saw this guy on our before.
No, we did not. So, Artemis, do I tell her you don't work this cycle, or...
Yes, please. Yes, please do inform the kind woman that I cannot grant her exception to this.
Very well.
Yay! Wait, you're Artemis? You're an incredibly hard man to get a hold of. Yet we still meet at last, Lady Ojaliel. But how may I be of service to the ever-busy Xena? You don't have to work now, right? Feel up to chatting? Typically no, but I will entertain the one so dutifully bound to justice. Charmer. So I'm told. What else about yourself have you been informed of? Well, let's see. A tease, a chase, a problem, a nuisance, an investment, a bit of a smartass, cynical, critical, and partially traumatized by good old Mother Dear selling me away. And yes, all of those have very much been told to my face, mind you. Jeez, making me regret calling you a charmer early, why don't you? Well then, Artemis, there's no way I just ran into you after days of no such luck. Did you want to be found today? I did, in fact. I wanted to take you to a whimsical little venture filled with impossibilities and secrets not yet found.
Okay, what are you, the White Rabbit and fucking Alice in Wonderland? The hell?
You don't sound like you're being sarcastic. With me to the library, then. We have much to discuss. Quickly now, the lore awaits. That's what we've been wanting. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm seated. Popcorn. Big drink.
Wait, what lore? With more questions than ever, you followed Artemis, wondering what oddities he wished to expose you to. So, is this the reading hour? No, that comes later. You looked thoroughly around to make sure no ears could pry into your conversations. Yes, Seer, it's only natural that we wish to develop those powers a bit more, yes? When did you... Come now, it's by no means a well-kept secret. Between the articles and sleeping all the time, well, you should expect no less from those who have been the slightest bit observant. Well, thank you for not selling me out. A meaningless action, if I do say so myself. What good is your secret in the hands of the unruly politicians that exploit such individuals? Better to test my own powers on you and truly benefit. You have a special ability, too. Nothing as sky-breaking as peering into potential futures, but I do have something equally as useful to me, if not more so. See, my little trick can detect and interact with those harboring abnormalities in their Zala. Does that mean you can potentially see the visions I dream? It's most certainly an experiment I'd love to see answered. If you could, then perhaps you'll be able to remember what I can't. Ah, yes, that woman Mara has your memories of dreams tucked away in a curse. Well, one can certainly hope for that to be the outcome. All right, I'm in. Finding a way around Mara's scheme has been at the top of my list since Cycle 1. Excellent. How does it all work? Well, there's two methods. The way we'll be using will merely require a touch on the shoulder from either party. This will take us to wherever your dreams typically go these days. The second way requires a more intimate touch. The sort of thing best saved for lovers, not acquaintances such as us. It's more potent and has the potential to lead us to uncharted territory. Oh, now I'm just getting excited. I figured you would, but do not get your hopes up. I've interacted with many strange abilities, but this will be the first time I'll try my hand at visions of the future. Hell, it's better than nothing. Oof. Ah, that would be the timely fatigue kicking in, would it not? Spot on. Well then, we must put it off until next we meet. Wait, I think I can still do this now. That simply won't do, my lady. After all, you have a habit of sleeping while standing, and my magic requires you alert. Damn it. I'll walk you to your room to ensure a safe path to your bed. Worry not, we will meet again. Bless you. As promised, he followed you, bless you, to your room and made sure you hit the bed before he closed the door behind him and left you to sleep. Strange man, but damn it if I don't want to learn more. You drifted off without thoughts of hunger sneaking in before your dreams took you. You drifted off with thoughts of hunger sneaking in before your dreams took you. And with that, I think we will go ahead and end the stream right here. Oh, I am stoked at all this new stuff that we're seeing.
Lore! Lore!
He knew the exact word to use to bait us.
Yeah, literally. Oh, my favorite. Oh.
Alright, so what do you got coming up, Moon?
I have no idea anymore. I know that Neo Tui is on hiatus because of the issue with Leaf's Twitch doc. Let me just double check something real quick. Oh, right. I'm on observation duty on Nanathotep's channel on Monday at 6 p.m. EST. Oh wait, no, 7 p.m. EST. And then on Wednesday, you and I and Dana are also doing Resident Evil 7.
Yes.
I think is also at 7 p.m. EST.
Yep.
And that's all I know. Oh wait, no. This week only. I have Abomination Vaults on Friday at 5 p.m. EST or 6 p.m. EST. Yes, 6 p.m. EST. Sorry, I'm looking at Tori's thing or Leaf's thing for reference because if I'm on anything, it's with them or it's with you.
Okay. Alrighty. Then on my end, tomorrow here on YouTube, 8 p.m. EST, it's Raging Loop. Tuesday here on YouTube, 8 p.m. EST, it's Tales of Fantasia. As Moon mentioned, Wednesday, 7 p.m. EST, I'll be over on Nana's channel of Resident Evil 7. Thursday, in the Discord server at 9 p.m. EST, it will be the Star Trek Watch Along. Nothing on Friday, then Saturday at 9 p.m. EST, it will be Animorphs. And
Animorphs.
Sunday at 8 p.m. EST, we will be back here with more Women of Zal. As I mentioned before, this is, we are replaying this game in celebration of the Women of Zal 2 being announced. And here is the website for the Kickstarter that will be launching soon.
Peace.
If you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, please do give it a look. And if you're able to, support it. With that, I hope you all have a wonderful time zone wherever you are. And as always, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Toodaloo-hoo!
Bye-bye!